So Mortal Kombat 2021. Um this is going to be a non-spoiler review. I will talk about what I liked, what I didn't like, um without spoiling the movie. I will do a spoiler review if you guys want to see that. Just comment below. First of all, the things I liked that I thought I wouldn't like. Cole Young and the Dragon Mark. That may sound strange, um, but believe it or not, the way they pulled that off in the movie, I thought was actually fantastic. Um, as for the things I didn't like, it comes down to Shang Tsung and Raiden. And of course, like Raiko, I didn't like Raiko, or Reiko, whatever. He could have been, I probably would have liked him. I probably would have liked Nathan Jones as Reiko if he had more time to shine, but he was just cannon fodder. That's all he was. As for the rest of the characters, I loved them. I loved Melina. I loved Goro. I loved Cabal. I really loved Cabal. I loved Kano. Kano was the best character in the whole movie. Um, Sonya, Jax, Liu Kang, Kung Lao, Cole Young, they were all fantastic. Shang Tsung didn't feel menacing. To me, he did not feel menacing. Who felt menacing was Sub Zero. Sub Zero was a horror. It was like you were watching a horror movie, and it was fantastic. It was. I've never seen anything like it in my life, but you really got scared every time Sub Zero showed up on screen. Um, Scorpion, I wish he was in it more because I know I'm gonna mispronounce his name and I don't want to, but Hiroyuki uh, Sonata, I think is his name. Anyway, he was the perfect casting for Scorpion, but I wish he was in. I wish he was in there more. Um, the movie has really bad and really good pacing. It's like because the movie is paced so well, it feels really, really short. Even though it's just shy of 2 hours, it feels extremely short. Um, but it's not. That's good pacing. That makes you feel it's like, hey, this movie was paced really good. They could have made a longer movie, and that's honestly the way I feel. They could have made a longer movie and flush out more characters during that time. But to me, honestly, this was the best Mortal Kombat live adaptation I've ever seen. I watched Legacy. I watched. We're gonna talk about the good ones first. Legacy, the original 1995 film. I watched those. Then I watched the most horrible things that ever existed. Um, Oh, I watched Rebirth, but then I watched the most horrible things that ever existed. Uh, Mortal Kombat Annihilation and Conquest. The only thing that was good in Conquest was Quan Chi. And if there is and if we get a sequel, which I'm praying to God we do, I'm going to go to the movie theaters again just to give him my money to make sure that we get a sequel. Um, I want the guy that played Quan Chi in Conquest to play Quan Chi in the movies. If they bring Quan Chi into it, and they should. They're doing the whole Scorpion Sub-Zero storyline. They should bring Quan Chi in. I flat out saying it. Quan Chi needs to be in the movie. Straight up. Not in this movie, in the next one. And they do set up for a sequel, and it's freaking amazing. The setup, my God. You guys are just going to have to go see it to watch it, and you'll understand. And the gore, everything that... They don't show you everything in the trailers. Let's just put it that way. The most violent things that happen in the movie are not in the trailers. The most gory things are not in the trailers. But this movie is incredible. You do see a lot, and I mean a lot of recognizable fatalities from the Mortal Kombat games. There's a lot of Easter eggs from the Mortal Kombat games that you recognize. However, if you are not a Mortal Kombat fan, you probably won't like this movie. There was a... This is pretty much fan service. So if I had to give this a ranking between... And if I had to give this a ranking between 1 and 10, taking in everything like as a non-fan of Mortal Kombat, will first start out as a fan of Mortal Kombat. I will straight up give this an 8 or a 9 out of 10. I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10. As a non-fan of Mortal Kombat, maybe 6, 7, 6.5. It's above average for a non-fan. But if you're a fan of Mortal Kombat and you catch all the Easter eggs and everything that's thrown into this movie, you're going to love it. I don't know how any other non-fans would react to this. They will like the fighting for sure. The storyline, without going into spoilers, it's about Scorpion's bloodline. I'll put it that way. Hanzo Hasashi's bloodline. That's what the whole movie's about. And yeah, I'll leave it there. And I will do a spoiler review if you guys ask for it. But Mortal Kombat gets an 8.5 out of 10. That's it for this review. And I will absolutely upload another spoiler review if you ask for it in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys.